Stadium in Athens, Ohio. EA Sports College Football continues with a late season Week 12 showdown here. It's the Ball State Cardinals and the Ohio Bobcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, Coach Uremovich told me pregame, one of the things Coach talked to me about before the game was just how important it is to get back on track. This team is on a losing streak here, but they know they are better than what their record shows. He said if we can get out to an early start, set the tone, we are going to be just fine. He's challenged his team to focus better and communicate early in this ball game. I'll let you know how it looks from down here on the field. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Bobcats offense will have the football first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver, at over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown in their victory last time out. From the gun, it's Rosa. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. The Bobcats will punt this one away. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. No room to bring it back. The Cardinals offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Using his legs, it's Horton. Nice move to pick up yardage. It's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Across the 25, he's got room.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Out wide left, it's Smith. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side is Hodges. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Still on his feet at the 45. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous. Shoot up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And you see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open. I had him. I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
Unloads in the nick of time.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Straight ahead, it's Taylor. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Bobcats!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find their rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Hits inside, it's Horton. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Ohio is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Cardinals come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run him again. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. Pickup of 5, it's now 2nd and 5.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Finds his big tight end.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Quick give. Makes a man miss. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Smith on the screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Out wide left, it's Bowman.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Bobcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back, get it into his hands quickly, let him go pick up the first.
Rides the option, he keeps it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And this guy's been a weapon throughout the season, man. You've seen him. The ability to throw the football and make plays, but also, just like on this play, man, with his legs, he's going to make you honor them. So he's got that dual threat ability, putting a good season together, man. Inching closer to that 1,000-yard rush mark. That's a big feat for a QB.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Bobcats have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Bobcats. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds him out of the backfield. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its 4th down. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And here comes the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He's going to fire deep. Goes high to pull it in. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You know, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Ohio! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give on the counter. Good gain there. Picks up the 1st down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Left side, it's Ward. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. Let's start with the Western Michigan Broncos taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every...
Makes a grab and room to run. The 30. At the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Out wide left, it's Rosa. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback changing the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
The play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's Hoover. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
The give on the counter. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Out wide right, it's Hoover. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! Fitted in the window for the score.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Ohio sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again, or if the defense starts to make a statement. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Long way to go on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pugh. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. It's Bowman. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Second and long here. They'll go to the air. Left side is Rosa. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. A designed run for the quarterback. Pass to 6. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. In traffic, it's Rosa. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Out wide left, it's Bowman. Touchdown, Ohio! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's at the... and he scores! Touchdown, Ball State!
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Drops back on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Hauls it in. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Last completion, picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. They want to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Finds his big tight end. Inside the 35. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Going with the counter play here. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. 2nd down, gonna throw it. He's got an open man. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
I I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late when you're trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Escape. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. Quarterbacks work so hard on those mechanics, but sometimes things start moving fast and they get away from them.
Well, it does, and when you get on that back foot, a lot of times that ball's going to drift, and you're not coming through the target, so you're not putting enough mustard on it.
Going over the top, and the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
What a play call in a 2-minute situation. They find the shot opportunity, and they take advantage of it, flipping the field. They've now put themselves in a chance to come back and win this thing.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
The Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Left side is Thacker. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. How about that tackle to stop him short on 4th down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
From the gun. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. He'll take it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. And they've put themselves in great shape to find a way to win this game in the waiting seconds, Jesse.
And this is every quarterback's dream, right? You're down late in the game. You've got to be able to step up and lead your team. I can't wait to see how this guy responds.
No doubt. Already on their side of the field. Plenty of time left on the clock. Stay aggressive.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he gets it all the way back to the 45-yard line and really sets up his offense. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Right side, it's Pugh. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Horton. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They give it back to him. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. And he really needs to get away a good kick here. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Look out! And it's a sack. The points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops.